Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel and my brand. My name is Albert. I'm um, I'm currently in Monmouth University, University of New Jersey. It's where I grew up. So the name of my brand and obviously my YouTube channel is Addvganimer. Now some of you might be wondering why. So um, I wanted to make my brand and come up with a name that, not only includes my interest in what the YouTube channel and my brand is about, but also a little bit more personal about, connecting it to myself and giving it some meaning. So I actually I was diagnosed with ADHD, which is a type of form of ADD. So that's the reason for the first three letters of the name, which is ADD or AD, so that it shows, gives it a little bit more personal touch. And so I also thought it would be a good idea to use those three letters since it also could stand short for addicted to, you know? So I'm actually, so the VG stands for video games, and the ER at the end also could be for video gamer. So there's an interesting story behind my history with video games. I grew up with, mainly the Nintendo, like the DS, the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy SP, Game Boy Color, the Wii, the GameCube. So in my early days, I was very into all the Nintendo, especially like Mario Kart, Luigi's Mansion, and a whole bunch of other titles. And when my parents decided to get the first Wii, um, that's when I kind of fell out of the video games. I found that my interests, excuse me, I'm sorry. I found that my interests in video games and the video game genres that I was into sort of just changed. So I didn't kind of got off of the video gaming world for a bit, and the other reason for that was because I would get aggravated a lot. I think that has to do with a lot of my some anger issues, and there's issues where I would be like throwing the controller or like really getting really extremely tilted or just like upset. And so I took a break for a while, for about 2 or 3 years. Um, and then recently, over the summer, I think in the month of August, I got a like new PlayStation 4 Slim for about $200 to $230 with a controller and like two or three games. Um, and that was also for that is because two of my best friends had PS4s and they were kind of pushing me to get it, so I did. And so I haven't been able to play since the semester started in September. I haven't been able to play much on it. Um, but before that, I went out. I have like about 20 to 30 video game titles now, and yeah. So that's for that, and then I want to also include anime in the name. So that's where the anime is, towards the middle and the end. So there's an interesting story behind that too. So a lot of people talk a lot about addictions, and there's all sorts of addictions. There's even like addictions for shopping, addictions for alcohol, smoking, like hookah and like e-cigs. What else is there? Like a whole bunch of other kinds and sort of addictions, and I want to say that anime saved my life, and or that it became my addiction, but it's really not such a bad addiction compared to the other ones, at least in my opinion. And what happened was, I mean, I'm kind of a good kid. I live in a good home. I live in a somewhat relatively safe neighborhood. Um, my parents aren't into alcohol. There's no drugs and anything like that, and I don't really know anyone, so like I could even reach out to them. So about when I was a junior in high school, which was about 5 or 6 years ago, I was going through a really rough time, and I've discovered anime. Well, actually, I actually discovered anime before that, technically speaking, but I didn't realize it was anime. So what happened was when I was growing up in about, I think it was middle school, so around 6th or 7th grade, Disney Channel showed a couple of episodes of Naruto, and then they just stopped airing it, the original one, for some reason. A couple years later, I think it was either in 8th grade or 9th grade, and the channel changed to Disney XD. And I saw like they had like a trailer or commercial for Naruto Shippuden, and I was like, wait a second, this doesn't make any sense. How could they be showing a sequel if they never finished the original show? So that's when I went online and I discovered that they already finished Naruto and that it wasn't a Disney show, it was actually an anime show. So I started watching Naruto, and this became my go-to, uh, my go-to. So I watched Naruto when I was going through a really rough time, watched the whole thing from the beginning, and then I caught up to Naruto Shippuden, and then I was like, you know what? Why don't I check? Why don't I check it out? What other animes are there similar to Naruto? So that's when I discovered Anime News Network and their encyclopedia, which has been a huge resource for me for discovering anime, whether upcoming. You could search by year, you could search by genre, you can search by theme, you can search by even like they have like tons of categories, like not just sport, like not just like category of sports, but like you could actually click on like tennis or like volleyball or like school romance, like it's just a huge resource, and that's how I really got into anime. And so for a while I was really into it, and it never really went beyond that for a while until recently, where I was like, you know what, why don't I get like some like merchandise or like action figures and things like that. So I actually just recent subscriber to Loot Anime, which is a monthly subscription box, and Lutaka, which is also another monthly subscription box, but they're both dedicated to anime and anime merchandise. So that's that. And honestly, I'm not crazy about social media. I only made a Facebook about my own personal Facebook about like two or 3 years ago, I think. And so I, didn't. I'm not like, I know there's rules and etiquette to social media and all that, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm so new to it, and not so. I don't think I'm great at it, but please, go ahead and I'll provide all the links to my social media, such as my Twitter, my Pinterest, my Facebook, my Instagram, my what else is there? My Twitch, and all of that. I'll leave that for you in the bottom. Please like, share, and comment. I really appreciate the feedback. I know I'm actually in my living room. I know it's not the greatest, but it's the only thing I could find with decent lighting. And don't be distracted by the wall behind me. I don't know why there's so many roses and all that, but yeah, go ahead and check it out. Let me know what you think. Any feedback, let me know if anime and video games have ever saved your life, and why and how you got into it. But yeah, I actually did a couple of anime reviews on my blog, so be sure to check those out. And let's see, I think I only did one so far on video games, on a video game called Absolver. You should check it out. I really like it. And I just finished playing over the weekend. I finished playing Dishonored, the original one on my PS4. I spent a lot of time on that, but it was really cool. So, be sure to check it out and look out for my blog post on Dishonored coming up soon. And there you go. I'll see you guys until my next video.